So
Dogging?
as a date,
I thought she went dogging. What?
What? How
That's a
rude.
little far-fetched. It's too early for that, surely. Hi, Lisa.
What a beautiful
Morning.
Saturday morning. I don't know about you, but I've got bright blue skies and it's just gorgeous.
I don't want to hear that, Sherrie. Thank you very much.
Oh,
A
okay.
bit rainy.
Rainy. Bitter and jealous.
Now, where I am.
Good.
Oh,
Happy
I've got
for
a little
you.
bit of rain.
Lisa, can I ask you a question? I'll just talk to you.
Yeah.
I turned up because I knew you were coming on today with
thank
virtually
you.
in white to inspire you for my wedding, with the Voilette line and some flowers as what could be my posy. So it's just to encourage you, again, to remind you, no wiping, no pureeing. And other than that, I'm good to go. In white, virtually, a wedding dress.
Oh.
I'll put that on my list now. Yeah, no wiping,
please.
no pureeing. But how long have I got? You know.
Yeah, and it's single. They have to be single solvent, no wiping, no pureeing. Other than that, anything.
I'm excited to hear about this. What's happening with Debbie? I'm intrigued.
Yes.
What have you done with us?
Yes.
Tell us.
Well,
Lisa, you tell them, Lisa, how far we've got so far.
so we've had a really good chat, and I kind of understand now what Debbie's looking for. So, because it takes a little while to sort of understand, you know, what you want and what you're looking for and where you are in your life. You know, so we've done that, and then we've now created her profile. So Debbie's now approved it, so she's happy. So the next steps is I've got to start interviewing lots of men. So
So Lisa, do you shortlist the men? Do you shortlist them?
Yeah, so what we're doing is, I'll like do a face-to-face if I can, or Zoom, and then I'll interview them, and it'll be like for an hour or so, kind of like just to make sure they're the right kind of person. And obviously I know what Debbie's looking for, so it'd be quite intense, and I do it in sort of a way, you know, like I make them feel really comfortable and have a bit of a laugh, so I can sort of like get really deep, so I can find out exactly what they're looking for, you know, and they won't know it's for Debbie neither, so I won't tell them that, I won't mention that, so I know, you know, what they're looking for and what they want, and if they're both going to be suitable.
And then does Debbie then meet them?
Yes, so once I'm like happy, oh look at Sherrie, you're really excited. So once I've met them and I feel right, okay, they're perfect, then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to meet Debbie and get the date, and they're going to sort of come together, and I normally always have a bottle of fizz so they sort of feel comfortable, and introduce them, because there's nothing worse if you go, you know, you're in a restaurant and you're looking for him and you're like, oh God, is that him or is that her? So I think I'll sort of break the ice and have a bit of a giggle with them for sort of 10, 15 minutes.
But surely you can't, you've got to do it on this platform now, haven't you?
Well, it's really difficult because what we're doing, because obviously normally it's like face to face and like, you know, you people meet. So people are like 2 meters apart. So it's really difficult. So what we're doing is normally it would be either a Zoom call and we prep people. So I've got my team, you know, like giving them confidence, getting their room ready, getting you dressed to make sure you sort of feel comfortable. And we've sort of been having a bit of a laugh with people. So we've been saying to them, you know, like, why don't you cook while you're sort of talking, have a glass of fizz so it makes you feel.
Can you imagine if that was me cooking? I'd burn the house down.
No, she wouldn't. She doesn't.
No,
cook.
she has to have her own cook, darling.
And I wonder, Lisa, because often as friends, we're always there as a backup. And if sometimes people go to restaurants or bars, your friends are at another table, which we would be, obviously.
Perhaps you have to
be on a Zoom call, muted and no camera to check everything's okay.
Yes,
absolutely.
I love that. Well, what we're doing now is we're doing like doggy walks. So as a date,
I thought she went dogging. What?
What?
That's a little far-fetched. It's too early for that, surely.
No, so it's doggy date. So what we're doing is, so we're setting up the scene, so like in a park or in a garden, and to make people feel at ease, we're like sort of setting up a picnic, but obviously 2 meters apart, so you know, not breaking any rules. But you're taking your dog, so it's kind of like because obviously I know Debbie loves her dogs, and it's something to talk about. And the thing is, a lot of people have got like quite a lot of anxiety at the moment getting back out there, and it's quite frightening.
Yeah.
So at least if you've got your dog there, it's sort of something to start the conversation and have a bit of a laugh, and hopefully the dog doesn't run off with the sandwiches and things like that. We've no desire. But it's just a bit of fun and sort of break the ice. And you know,
Sherrie, would you take your Chihuahua? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Is that a euphemism?
Of course.
Yeah, what is this about? I haven't heard about this yet.
No, I've fallen out with my Chihuahua.
Uh-oh.
Why? What's he done?
He actually, to be in a serious note, he actually bit me.
Really?
What?
Yeah, because I think he's
tell
had
us.
a word with the guinea pigs, because the guinea pigs bite me.
Goodness.
So I think they've all ganged up on me now.
They have. They
How did he
have.
bite you, Sherrie?
I don't know why he bit me. I put
Oh.
on my hand. Look, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. So that's a bit sad, isn't it?
Goodness.
Yeah,
That's
really
terrible.
sad.
Have you made it up with him?
No,
No.
Oh.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not.
He's in with the guinea pigs. He's in the cage with the guinea
Yes,
pigs.
no,
Let's say
I'm not
that's a
talking
bit
to him.
over the top.
What? No, on a
The other
serious note,
naughty
Sherrie,
step.
why did he? What happened for him to bite you?
Well, I picked him up and he squealed. So I put him down and I said, "What's the matter?" So and I touched his head to see if I'd hurt him, and he turned around and bit me.
You might have hurt him unintentionally. That's why, and he just didn't know how to
Yes,
react.
maybe, and he bit me because he thought I was hurting
So,
him.
darling, if you're not taking your Chihuahua on a date, would you take the guinea
Guinea
pigs?
pig.
Yes.
It's a little more complicated with the cage, but I'm sure, Lisa, you could make that work, couldn't you?
Yeah, I can make that work.
I'm done with animals now. Unless I'd got a horse, I would take a horse, but I wouldn't take anything else.
Right.
Well, last
A
night, actually,
horse.
Sherrie, I went somewhere where there were 6 horses. They're all rescues. So I'm going to take you when we come out of lockdown.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
And
you
you
go.
can go
Wow.
and live in the field.
Yeah, horses
I
I can
love
do with.
that.
That sounded good to
A
me.
horse day, because what we do as well is when we meet a client, we get to know them, and we kind of like get into their life. So say like, if for instance, we'd follow like a day in your life, Sherrie. So say like in the morning you get up, you have your coffee, take your dog for a walk, and if you're into horses, we would kind of like work out, like, okay, well, how do you ride a horse? What do? Do you muck it out? So we sort of have like a day in your life to understand like what you do, what your
Really?
life's about. But I mean, one of the guys, we did this actually years ago. One of the guys who works with me, he doesn't hate horses, but he's scared of horses. So, and a client was really into horses, so I had to get him to muck out, and he's got his he's got his Louboutins on, and he was not happy. He's scared of horses. and I was getting him
No,
to
that's
horse
not a
ride.
place he should be. No.
But we need to understand what it's like to sort of like have a horse, or have animals, because it is quite hard work, and it's quite.
Do you ever get naturists?
Dee does.
Excuse me.
Dee does.
Yes, because I am one.
He would be good if you found a nature. I mean, you must have some on your books.
Yes. Excuse me.
Do you know what? I haven't, but like Dee, maybe like you could be the first.
I will be the first.
I think it's a nice idea because she would be good in a naturist camp.
I would. I'd love it. I am a bit of an extrovert,
Yeah.
Oh,
I was going to say, Lisa, can you tell us what your most successful matching was? Have you got one that
That's
you
exactly
think?
the same question I was going to ask.
Oh,
No.
No.
Oh, that's
Hysterical.
weird.
There you go.
So my most successful was someone got married and they made me their bridesmaid, which is really, really lovely, which is really sweet. So, and then like one of them sort of named their child, middle name after me as well, which is lovely. So
That's lovely.
It's really sweet. Yeah, as you say, like they kind of like come to us, but like they end up being like part of your family or part of you. So
Yeah.
Are they
it's
still
lovely,
married,
yeah.
Lisa?
Yeah, they're still married. Yeah.
Oh, you see, that's the cynical person in me, you see.
Yeah.
That was success,
Yeah.
big
Oh,
success.
sorry.
Lisa, the thing is, I'm a bit worried by how slow this is going because it's been a week at least.
It does take a while because, as you say, you have to interview every single person. So it does take time. You have to get to know them, make sure they're right. Then you have to do your background checks.
Yes.
So I can't just put you on a date with somebody. You think, okay, they tick your boxes, but I have to make sure they're suitable.
Yeah.
Lisa, do you do size? Do you do size and everything?
Sorry?
Do you do size?
Size of what, Sherrie?
The height.
Oh, the height.
Yes.
Dear God.
Do you
Yes,
fit heights with height?
No.
No.
It doesn't. Size doesn't matter, so to speak. But as you say, it depends. You know, you might say to me, Lisa, I really like tall men, and that's
yes, or I really like short men. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you like short men. So
I did say to Lisa that I do not like short men, didn't I? I like tall men.
Yeah.
But
Did you? And do you like beards? Do you like hair?
Yeah, so whatever. So I always ask you questions, you know, what are you looking for? What do you like?
That's what you have to ask the man, Lisa, when you're talking about all of us.
The woman.
Yes. Do you like hairy women?
That's right. Do you like...
You know what? I was in the car the other day, honestly, and I was driving along, and I thought, God, I need you girls. I need one of your, is it moo-moos or noo-noos? And
no.
Sorry, no-nos.
Totally different thing.
No, because I'm
No.
and you know your car mirror inside, interior one, like it's literally the worst light ever, isn't it? And I found a hair on my cheek, so I thought I definitely need your.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
No.
It's weird, isn't it?
No.
Hair grows out of every kind of bit. I know.
Orifice,
What's that all about? I don't understand it.
Lisa, what happens, because we're mature women, barely 35, because we all have adult children who are judgmentals and caring about their parents. So it's not just us meeting the husbands to be.
No.
It's also our adult children. How do you find all that as a dynamic?
That can be quite difficult, as you say, because it depends on your children. Yes, so some, as you say, mummy, you know, I want this, and I've got to make sure you do this and that.
And they're protective and all of those things.
Yes, and they insult people. Yes.
But you have to, as you say, you kind of like you take on all their comments and all their thoughts, but as you say, you've got to just work one-to-one with your client, as you say, because if you've got too many people around, it can get quite difficult. And so we've been doing it for years. You know what you want, and we kind of get into how you feel and the emotions, and I really connect. So you know, as you say, it's quite a process, but as you say, and Harriet, you know, like you're ready for the wedding, so I've got to get on quite quickly.
I'm good to go. Also, I've got to say, my daughter did the most terrible thing yesterday, and I feel I can share it with you. Yeah, she baked banana bread and cookies.
Fabulous.
Okay.
And you know what? I've had to eat it.
Showed you up, darling. Showed you up.
But you know what, as well, I've been doing like a lot of research with men and women over the years, for about 5 years, and when speaking to men and women, obviously for men, like obviously sex is like very important. And
what's that?
Sex.
What? Sex.
Vaguely in the past, distant past.
Yeah.
But honestly, I believe that women would rather have sex, chocolate, than sex. And honestly, women, so many women I'm speaking to, it's all about the chocolate. And I kind of get that.
How funny.
Maybe you can combine them both if you work it. Bit of both.
I know, absolutely. I know, Sherrie, you said, you know, you didn't really want to go on a date, but would you rather would you rather have a romantic date, or would you rather be at home, like with a box of chocolates?
Home? What, with a man?
No,
but in my house.
With a box of chocolates.
Would you rather
so
be
not
at
a
home?
man in the house with a box of chocolates? You don't.
No. Would you rather be at home with a box of chocolate, or would you rather go on a date?
I can't be asked. I mean,
that's the other thing. I suppose it's about not wanting to go on a date. I think what I want is a man who will just sort of fit into my life, and I'll fit into his, and that's it. You know, to go on a date is quite a hard thing. I mean, we can all go out as girlfriends, and we can sit around a table and we can talk. But for someone, and we can meet new people. We could meet other people all the time and talk. But on a date, when you've been fixed up, you know that you're there for each other, and it's a whole different ball game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard.
It is.
It's
hard.
As you say, and it does take time. You're saying it builds, you know, if you've been through quite a lot, you know, it's difficult. So you say we sort of help with people and kind of get them date ready, so they feel good and they actually excited to go on the date, and that's kind of like what we want to achieve.
The problem is, Lisa, if they come anywhere near you, that becomes a problem.
So,
I mean, can I have a 2 meter self-distancing?
Well, that's okay. That's good. We can work with you. Have a 2 meter distance.
Yeah, because
get you on the date. Have a nice picnic, and kind of have a bit of fun, and the girls can be there and watching you and kind of giving you the thumbs up, giving you a bit of confidence. How about that?
We're going to be in the background.
Yeah,
Well,
Lisa,
up,
what about long term? Well, like long distance relationships. Like, you know, you said there was one in America, and like we could do that, couldn't we, to start with?
We've all said yes to that one.
America. So okay, so if I say I'm an American, well, that's the thing, as you say, it is difficult, as you say, long distance, but sometimes it can work, you know, and you're busy anyway, you ladies, so you know.
You just got to work your magic, Lisa. That's the thing.
I'll get my magic wand out and
please.
You.
Yeah. As long as it's you that gets the magic wand out and not him.
That comes later.
That comes later.
And that's nothing magic about that either. Let me just say.
Nothing magic about
nothing.
that.
Oh,
nothing.
I know. I feel the same.
Jaded. They're jaded.
We do sound it, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I mean, I know this sort of connects up in a very weird way. But on Wednesday we've got a menopause show.
Yeah.
Not that we've had ours yet, of course.
Oh, of course not. No. Oh, I could do with watching that.
Yeah.
You see, Lisa, I did go on that fish thing, and I did meet the fish, whatever it's called.
Plenty of fish.
What it's called now?
Plenty of fish.
Yeah,
Fish.
and I met an American on that.
Did you?
Yeah, he was riding a Harley at the time, which kind of impressed me rather.
Oh,
but
okay,
he was like
amazing.
25 years younger than me.
Good.
So I spent the whole time saying to him, I don't know why you're talking to me. I'm too old for you. And he kept saying, it's up to me. Da, 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 da. And in the end, I kind of said, look, I know people that you could meet, you know, proper age, not my age. And then he went and somebody said, oh, you should go back on like 6 months later. And of course he'd met somebody and he was engaged. But he was fabulous. He was
he? Oh, Sherrie, so I've got to find you someone with a Harley then. Will that do?
No, I don't like Harleys, but he looked fabulous on it.
Oh.
Like a calendar, darling.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I like Harleys.
Oh, Lisa, it's so lovely to talk to you. I could talk to you for hours. So obviously you're going to be in touch with me very soon.
Yes, I will be. Yeah, it's great to talk to you girls. I know. I need to set up a nice picnic for you girls.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm there
picnic.
Thank you. And enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you,
Take
darling.
care.
Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you.
Lots of love.
Bye.
Happy Saturday.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Fantastic. Listen, darlings, what is happening Monday?
Yes, Monday.
Lynn Franks is coming
Of
on.
course, Lynn Franks, fabulous.
She's the wonderful Lynn Franks, and she's doing so much fabulous work with women.
Really?
In third world countries, over here, amazing stuff. And she's also doing arts and crafts, and she'll tell you all about that. But I love Lynn Franks, and she loves you, especially Sherrie, because she loves Benidorm.
Okay, listen,
girls,
listen, stop, please, Sherrie. Before we have any more guests on, there has to be a prerequisite that they've seen all our shows. It's not the Sherrie fan show. They have to have seen you and your concerts, all the wonderful things that Debbie's done and all the soaps and everything else. And, you know, I'm sorry, but
and
I
you and
enough of Sherrie.
No, don't be bitter and twisted. It's just how it is. It's how it flows. Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
Thank
bye.
you.
Girls. Should we do the next show without Sherrie? Should we not tell Sherrie?
What?
Ooh.
Anyway, she didn't hear that. We love Sherrie. We love her.
We do. We love her.
Of course we do.
We can never do anything.
Don't be bitter and twisted. Don't be bitter and twisted. Don't be jealous, girl.
Bye.
Try not to be.
Bye.